Well, I guess the video I cut for you was not meant to be seen, as I cut a video here in Photo Booth on my Mac, and when I went to upload it, it magically vanished. This is Diane Hochman. My site's over at dianehochman.com. Of course, I'd love for you to like, and I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'd love for you to comment, and all this other stuff. But I'm really not a big fan of pandering for it, so I shall stop pandering right now. So here's the update. Today's day, what's today? The 18th. Day 18. It is officially 3:18 p.m., which is just absolutely fantastical that I'm sitting here. I'm trying to see, maybe it's still it's out there somewhere, but I don't think it is. I think this video's gone. I had a very bad night last night. I was up all night. I woke up every hour. Was very agitated. Come to find out, after a little bit of meditation and prayer, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm crazy, but I think I am terrified by snowstorms. But I never realized it before because I've never spent a winter completely alone like this before. And I think it's funny because I have plow service, I have shovel service, they put the sand out. There's no physical danger, but when I see it coming, I get very, very anxious. I think maybe because when I was a kid, we lived in a kind of rural area, and my dad worked nights and my mom had us alone, while he was at work, and he worked down in the city. So I think that she would get very anxious about what she was going to do if he couldn't get home to help her. And I took that anxiety on and never realized how profound it was until these last couple of snowstorms. By the way, sidebar, that's something you may want to explore. If you find that certain things make you anxious, but you don't know why, or you have a fear of something and you don't know why, a lot of times we took it on from family members or culturally. And I don't think that it was my mother was hysterical or anything. She wasn't. My mother's a very capable woman. I think that I am kind of empathic, and I sensed her extreme anxiety about it. And I think that right now it just rose up. So really bad night. And then I did something this morning that I'm disappointed. I guess that video is gone because I'm trying to, I tried to airdrop it. It just won't open. So it wasn't meant to be seen. This morning, I didn't feel good. I was pretty agitated. And instead of doing what I said I would do, I canceled my audio show. I call it my radio show. And I didn't think anybody would care. And it turns out that I got a whole bunch of messages from people going, "Where's the show?" Or "I can't find it," or "What's going on?" So people did care. And it wasn't a million people, but I got like 5 or 6 messages. And considering that we've only been doing the show for 2 weeks, I think that's a big deal. And I just sat. And I couldn't focus on anything this morning. I couldn't really read. Tried to read my marketing book. I tried to read my spiritual course. I made a TikTok. I posted. I always post. And I just sat here and I was like so agitated. And I said, "Girl, you can't do this. You can't do this." And why do I let you guys see this? Why do I let you see this? First of all, because I know only a handful of people are watching it. And if you're watching it, you probably need to hear this stuff. We all have this stuff. We all have weird irrational fears. We all have, whether it's, I'm not talking clinical. If you have a clinical condition or you think you have a clinical condition, get some help, okay? And I mean that with super love and hugs and stuff. I'm talking about just regular anxiety about business, anxiety about anything. We all have it. And the gurus and the fancy people, they have it too. And what you're finding now is more and more people are becoming transparent about it. They're becoming transparent about their childhoods, They're talking about the stuff that went on, you know, because again, we look at social media and we think that everybody has this perfect life, and we don't. And I'm over here having a literal meltdown, nausea over a snowstorm. I had to sit and figure out what was bothering me so much, what was getting me. So I share because maybe you're new and you are thinking, I can't do this, or all these people are so much more than me. We're not. I'm sitting here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in my pajamas, looking like this. Or maybe you're like me and you've done really, really well and then you stumbled. And it's time for us to get back up again. So I had a talk with myself when I said, self, there really are people looking to see what you had to say today, and you let them down. You blew it off. You really did give your word to yourself, and you didn't follow through. And guys, when we promise ourselves we're going to do something and then we don't, we teach ourselves not to trust ourselves. When you get to a place where you can't trust yourself, how can you trust anybody else? It's just not. It starts with you. Everything starts with you. So I sat down at the computer and I wrote probably one of the best letters I've written in a while. See if anybody else thinks so. If you're not on the list, again, DianeHochman.com. I think it was a amusing letter. I think it was a compelling letter. Didn't sell nothing. And when I finished expressing myself and saying something, I felt a hell of a lot better. And that's when I said, all right, let me make my video. First one disappeared. And now it's time to get myself together. I have a class tonight. I have people waiting for me, and I have content to create and people to serve. What was it last night? I don't know. But what I know is over the last couple of years, what would happen is I would let something like this stop me, and it might stop me for a day, and then it was 2 days and 3 days, and then a whole week. It would be like Friday afternoon, and I realized I hadn't done anything. And then it was a month, and then it was 2 months. And because I possessed certain skills and had that recurring income, I was able to get away with it. But it's not good. It's not healthy. You know, we all dream about getting residual income and sipping out of a coconut on the beaches of the world and all that stuff they sold us. And it's awesome. But I got to tell you, when you're not saying anything or doing anything or helping people, it feels empty. It feels empty. Today, I actually felt like, wow, some people did want to hear what I had to say today. You know what I like? The show in the morning. By the way, I do it at 10 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time, on Facebook. I don't know if I'll be doing it when you see this, but if you're seeing this in real time in January 2022, that's when I do it. The reason why I like it is because I don't think when I'm doing the show. I just talk. I just share. I flow. I flow. Flow is the most beautiful thing when you can find that space of flow. For me, getting too much into the head, out of the heart and into the head, that's where the problems start. So I'm pulling everything right down now and go back into the heart. Back into the heart. I got to stay in the heart. My heart is what guides me, what leads me, what fills me. The head, not so good. And then when you get into your head, there's the stuff in your subconscious that's pulling you around too, like fear of snowstorms. You guys might have noticed I'm posting about these snowstorms. I'm waking up in the middle of the night, putting up videos of snowstorms. Why? Because they were making me crazy. And we probably got another 6 weeks, 8 weeks worth of snowstorms, so I better get my ass in gear. But just to recognize and understand what's causing the fear makes all the difference. All right, I'm going to go get myself together. I'll see you later. Day 18.